The problem we have the trig function, as you see cosine and sine. The one that, what can you tell which one is more complicated? Definitely the one with the power 3, right? The one with the power 3. So this one, for the trig function, as you have sine to the third of the x, this is the same as sine x all raised to the power 3. If you see this form, you can, it might be helpful to identify, or it might be easier to identify which one is the inner function that we're gonna use it as a u. Okay, I rewrite it as the quantity sine x raised to the power 3 multiplied by cosine x with respect to x. So then, as we see the one with the power 3, so this portion is the composite function because you have the power inside of the power. You have the power 3 and the trig function. The inner, think about, if you have a hard time identifying the inner outer function, think about when you substitute the number, what part that you're gonna plug the number in first. For this case, you have the power 3 and the trig function. You're gonna plug in the x with the value with the sign first, right? So that's gonna help you. This way will help you identify what would be the u or the innermost function for this case. So we're gonna let u be sine x. Okay, if we let u be sine x, so this part can be u and then to the power 3. The part that we are going to work on is the rest of them. It should be somehow some form of the differential of the u. Again, to help you go through the differential without any, I mean, avoid making a small mistake. So we do this as the derivative du by dx is cosine x, if you recall. If you don't, you can look for the formulas or the derivative of the trig function. Keep it handy, and when I have a chance, I'm gonna post it on Blackboard for the basic formulas or the derivative rules that you're gonna use the most for the course, okay? And then for the du or the differential u is the derivative multiplied by the differential x. And you can think about this as you cross multiply, but the concept is not the cross multiply process, but just looks the way it is. Okay, so now we have the u, we have the differential u, and what the part that we're gonna replace with differential u? Exactly the same as cosine x dx in the problem. So now we have the integral of u to the third with respect to u. Use the power rule again, the antiderivative of the power function. The power is 3. 3 is not negative 1. So we can do it as u to the power 3 plus 1 or 4 and then divided by 4 plus c or the constant of integration. Divided by 4 is the same as 1/4. And what is the u that we assign at the beginning? U is sine x to the power 4 and then plus c. And this is the answer for this problem.